Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode those dusty SE filings and find out what's really going on behind the scenes. Today we're looking at Redwood Mortgage Investors, the 8th LP, and let's just say it's not exactly a thrilling blockbuster, but sometimes the quiet reports tell big stories. So what exactly is Redwood Mortgage Investors, the 8th LP? We see right up front they are a limited partnership from California. Think of them as a group organized to invest in things, probably mortgages given the name. The date here is June 30, 25. This is the snapshot of their situation for the period ending on that day. This is a Form 8K, and that's like the emergency broadcast system for companies. It means they've got some important, unexpected news to share, something that investors need to know right away. The specific reason for this 8K filing falls under other events. This is a catch-all for significant things that don't fit neatly into other categories. Now, this is the core of the story for this report. For the quarter that ended on June 30, 2025, Redwood Mortgage Investors, the 8th LP, gave out $9.3 million. This money came from what they call available liquidation proceeds. What does that mean? It means the company is in the process of winding down its operations, selling off its assets, and distributing whatever cash is left to its investors, known as limited partners. They're doing this pro rata, which simply means each partner gets their share based on how much they invested, like splitting a pie according to who paid for how big a slice. This is all happening according to a plan they had already made public, their plan of dissolution, so it's not a surprise they're shutting down, but this is a concrete step in that process, returning money to their investors. And who's signing off on this important update? It's Michael R. Burwell, identified here as the President, Secretary and Treasurer. This tells us he's pretty much running the show, at least from an administrative and financial standpoint as the company winds down. Now, let's think about what this all means. This isn't a company reporting growth or new business ventures. This is a company that has reached the end of its life cycle. The $93 million distribution signals that they've successfully sold off assets or collected on investments and are now in the final stages of returning capital to the people who funded them. For the limited partners, getting this distribution is the payout they've been waiting for. It's the culmination of their investment. However, it's also a reminder that this entity, Redwood Mortgage Investors, the 8th LP, is no longer an ongoing business generating new returns. The dissolution and liquidation are the key words here. This means the investment opportunities or the strategies this partnership pursued are now concluded. For investors who were part of this, it's about receiving their principal back, possibly with some gains, but also understanding that their investment vehicle is being dismantled. There aren't complex financial tables here with revenue growth or profit margins, because the company isn't operating in that way anymore. The most crucial number is that $9.3 million distribution. It represents the tangible outcome of the partnership's existence and its winding down process. It's the final act in returning value to its stakeholders. Looking at the overall picture, this type of filing is quite common for investment funds or partnerships that have a set lifespan or achieve their investment objectives and decide to liquidate. It's a sign of orderly closure rather than financial distress, especially since the distribution follows a previously disclosed plan. So what's my take on this? Redwood Mortgage Investors, the 8th LP, is essentially saying goodbye. They've done what they set out to do, whether that was a specific real estate project, a portfolio of mortgages or something else, and now they're returning the money. The key takeaway for anyone interested in this entity is that this is the winding down phase. There are no future earnings to analyze or strategic shifts to watch for this particular partnership. The story here is one of completion and distribution. The risk for limited partners would have been if the liquidation didn't yield enough to return their initial investment, but this filing indicates they are indeed making a distribution, which is generally a positive sign for the investor. The liquidation didn't yield enough to return their initial investment, but this filing indicates they are indeed making a distribution, which is generally a positive sign for the investors in this closing chapter. Alright, that's our look at Redwood Mortgage Investors, the 8th LP's latest filing. It's a snapshot of a company wrapping things up. What's your take on these types of liquidation reports? Do you find them interesting or just a formality? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description where we dive even deeper into these corporate stories. Thanks for watching. See you next time.